Howdy y'all. Got something a little bit more unique today. A few of you have asked me about this Pepsi machine that's constantly in the back of some of my videos, and you want to know the story behind it. So let's get into it. And before we get into it, remember to like, share, and subscribe. So let's check it out. So the first question is, yes, it works. This Pepsi machine, we were able to find it at an auction. I think we ended up paying something like $20, $25 for it. We got it home. It was locked. Nobody had been able to get into it. And we weren't sure if it worked or not, but it'd be a fun little project. My son and I loved projects, especially my son with electronic projects. So this was right up his alley. So we couldn't wait to get into it. As soon as we got it home, our first issue was how to get into this lock here. And the best way to remedy that was simply to drill out the old one, which wasn't simple at all. It took quite a bit of work. These are very, very well built. They're almost built like a tank. They're hard to get into. And so once we were able to get that drilled out, it kind of popped open. Let me show you. And these are very unique key. I was able to get a new one on eBay that is actually by the original manufacturer of these. And this is a Dixie Narco unit. And what I was later able to find out about these units is they are rather unique. And my son put new labels in here. These are all new ones that he printed out for different things. Don't look at those. But what's unique about this machine, it was one of the last few years that they still had small bottles that could be put in here, and there's a bottle opener that goes here. Now, I did put new screws in here, and this is not the original bottle opener, but it is an original bottle opener off of one of these types of machines. And of course, the bottle caps fall inside. And the last price on this was 75 cents. So once unlocked, you rotate this, unscrew it all the way. It's fairly long-winded. They're not fine threads, but they take a little bit to come out. And these are new bolts as well we replaced because, well, the old ones we had to drill out to help get the lock out of here. But as you can hear, it's running. Everything works. It's already cold in here. I just plugged it in so that I could demonstrate. And these are the slots for the 10-ounce PLB bottles. I'm guessing those are plastic lid bottle, but these would accept a regular bottle cap bottle, the smaller type. But these would fill through here. You can see that these slots are different. These are adjustable. They can be pushed in and out to adjust for different size bottles, different lengths, and double stacking bottles. Everything does work. The chute was kind of plugged up. The refrigerator's nice and cold. My son worked a little bit on the wiring. It has the thermostat back here. But everything works in this unit. Everything works as it's supposed to. And when you open these up, pretty much this is the insulated cover for the beverage side. It kind of helps keep the cold in. And here's the meat and potatoes of the basically the monetary system for the machine. Now this did have a light in it. My son was in the process of wiring this to take a LED light, a little bit brighter, a little bit whiter light. We could have it kind of dimmer in the background of the shop and have it lit. Unfortunately, he passed away before he finished this project. So we have since unplugged this, and it's just kind of been sitting here. We're not using it much. And I was saying 75 cents it showed there, and looks like on here it might have been 20 cents originally behind the 75 cent tag. They've just covered it up. That slides in right there. There's a counter, and it looks like this, if this is correct, this unit has dispensed 4,132 sodas. which is quite a bit, but considering its age, I would think it would be more. The coin system was jammed up, and as I'd mentioned earlier, we had to unlock this thing, but we paid about $25–30 for it, and surprisingly, this had about $35 worth of coins in it that were down here where they drop into this coin box. You can see there's a couple quarters in there right now. My son actually set this up so that it would accept any coin, dime, a nickel, a quarter, whatever would dispense a soda, just so that it'd be novel for in the shop. All the lights are working for the units that are out of stock. Got one kind of flickering down there. That all works. Everything works. This is the little bin here where the bottle caps would drop into if you use the bottle cap opener. And I want to say that this machine is probably around early 80s, late 70s, sometime in that era. Overpaid. Let's get our soda. There it is. Paid for 2 and I got 2. Ah, yeah, the old coin return. I remember as a child fishing through all these and seeing what I could find. You'd be surprised how many times you could find a quarter or a dime in there. And there's the door that they pull through, and you know, a lot of people thought you could stick your arm in there and fish something out, and it's virtually impossible. And it's got a kind of a mechanical rotation in there. There's no way you can get a can out of there without paying for it and activating that rotation. And to be honest with you, I don't exactly remember all that he did to this. It was quite a bit. He spent a lot of time poking around in here with a meter and a lot of other tools trying to figure things out. I remember we took the coin sorter out, which is all plastic, took it inside, cleaned it out. It was jammed with coins, and we got it working. And it's kind of neat how it works. It's very mechanical. You can do certain switches to change the price, but I believe the highest that it would go up to was like 85 cents. The construction on these is quite amazing. It's very thick. These things are super heavy. You can see the weld joints in here. Like, a lot of thought was put into keeping people from stealing product and money out of these things. And I've heard there's actually a market of folks that turn these into safes for their living room. So that's pretty much it, guys. Not a huge story to it. It's kind of a neat piece. As you probably can figure out, I love history. This is part of my youth. And it's as simple as closing the door. This screws back in. And once it's screwed in, you simply just pop it in there. And it's locked until you get the key out for next time. Thank you all for tuning in. This was a fun project for my son and I. I remember it was a cold, snowy winter day when we went to pick this thing up. And it was kind of a fun little adventure and a little bit of a treasure chest once we got it open. So I hope you enjoyed the story as much as we enjoyed tinkering with it. Thanks for watching.